So we all know that this climate change stuff that's getting pushed on us is just another push to further Agenda 21. If you go and look, and maybe one day I'll do some videos about it, there's multiple stories of people winning cases against these people pushing this climate change stuff for falsifying information, changing data, leaving out important data, making assumptions, and so on and so forth. This latest push to further Agenda 21 really has me kind of scratching my head. Now, the first thing here is how Bill Gates discovers this 14-year-old formula on climate change. Now, what I find interesting, and maybe y'all can correct me here, but it seemed to me that when Bill Gates was on one of those TED Talk videos, possibly the one where he was releasing those mosquitoes that he said had malaria, and then he was like, oh, just kidding. He had a formula up on the screen that was pretty darn similar to this. I don't know if it was exactly the same, but it was pretty similar. So, for somebody who seems to be a pretty intelligent guy, it seems to me that this is just another piece of propaganda to push his theories about climate change upon the planet. And I just wanted to show you all that. But it looks like Bill Gates, they're using Bill Gates and children, right, to use against us with their propaganda from these people about climate change. And I thought, well, if they're using kids, there's really not much they won't do. And sure enough, looks like I was right. Look at this. This is a picture of this letter. And see if I can get a... No, it won't let me zoom in right now, guys. But I'll leave a link so you guys can check it out. But this is from Osama Bin Laden. Supposedly this leaked document they just found was a letter written by Osama Bin Laden calling for Americans to rise up over climate change. I don't know why, but that always cracks me up. A lot of times when whenever I happen to be doing something that happens to be about Osama Bin Laden, I always end up saying Obama at first instead of Osama. I still think it's crazy that we elected a president that seemed to almost have the same name as a terrorist as the guy they said we were trying to hunt. But that's American intelligence for you. But anyways, Osama bin Laden wrote a letter calling on the American people to help President Barack Obama fight catastrophic climate change and save humanity, and the latest evidence of his worries about environmental issues, newly released documents show. The letter was among materials that were seized in the May 2nd, 2011 U.S. raids on bin Laden's hideout in Pakistan that killed the al-Qaeda chief, and which were released on Tuesday by the Obama administration. The undated, unsigned letter to the American people, which U.S. intelligence officials attributed to bin Laden, appeared to have been written shortly after Obama began his first term in 2009, based on the letter's reference to events. Bin Laden's preoccupation with climate change also emerged as a theme in the first tranche of documents from the raid that was declassified in May 2015, as well as in an audio recording released via the Al Jazeera network in January 2010. In the rambling letter made public Tuesday, bin Laden blamed the 2007-8 U.S. financial crisis on corporate control of capital and corporate lobbyists and the U.S.-led wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He called on Americans to launch a great revolution for freedom to liberate the U.S. president from those influences. That would enable Obama to make a rational decision to save humanity from the harmful gases that threatened its destiny. In a separate letter, bin Laden urged a close aide to launch a media campaign for the 10th anniversary of the September 11, 2001 attacks that included a call for cutting greenhouse gas emissions. And, anyways, I'm not even going to read any more of this. I'll leave a link so you guys can check this out and spread this around to other people. Do you really have to read too much more into this and realize that this is the biggest piece of crap propaganda that they've ever put out? Like, hey, let's go kill all the Americans. By the way, why don't you have a revolution, overthrow your leaders, and fight climate change? Because that's the right thing to do. Now, excuse me while I go blow somebody up. Right? No, I'm sorry, guys. I don't think so. That's just me. This sounds like the most ridiculous piece of propaganda that I've ever seen. And that's even worse than Bill Gates using the formula from this 14-year-old that was almost the exact thing of the formula that he put on the board when he was doing his TED Talks, and anybody with Netflix can load up and watch. So, yeah, so there you go. The latest push for Agenda 21 is climate change, sponsored by none other than your children and your friendly neighborhood terrorist. Anyways, that's my story. I hope y'all found this as interesting as I did. I just wanted to keep y'all up to date on this this push and on this Agenda 21 climate change thing. It's not going away, folks. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.